Good morning, families and fellow educators. I welcome you all to this session. My name is Nirupma, an early childhood teacher, and today we will explore the importance of building strong collaborative partnerships with families and communities within early childhood education and care services. Our discussion is guided by Early Year Learning Framework version 2.0, Belonging, Being, and Becoming, and National Quality Standard, particularly Quality Area 6, which emphasizes collaborative partnerships. Throughout this presentation, we will highlight how partnerships with families and communities support children's learning, inclusion, and well being, and overall development. We will also explore research, practical strategies, and real world example of effective collaborations that enhance children's educational experiences. Epstein 2018, Department of Education to 2023. Why collaboration matters? Collaboration between educators, families, and communities is a fundamental to fostering positive outcomes for children. Research demonstrates that children achieve better social, emotional, and cognitive outcomes when their families are actively involved in their learning experiences. Sheridan et al. 2019, Goodell and Montgomery 2014. Families possess vital knowledge of their children's routines, strengths, and cultural backgrounds, and individual learning preference. When educators partners with families, they integrate this knowledge into daily practice, providing a consistent approach between home and the early learning environment. Brenner's ecological theory highlights that children develop within multiple interacting systems, including families, schools, and communities, which collectively influence growth and development. Brenner, 1979. Effective communication and collaboration between these systems ensure that children experience stability, coherence, and enriched learning opportunities. Strong partnerships also foster mutual trust, respect, and shared responsibility for supporting children's learning and well being. The Early Year Learning Framework version 2.0 outlines key principles that underpin collaborative practice, secures respectful and reciprocal relationships, form the foundation for effective partnerships, allowing families to share their knowledge and insights about their children. Partnerships go beyond communication. They involve shared decision making and valuing families as co educators. Respect for diversity ensures that all cultural backgrounds, family structures, and languages are acknowledged and celebrated within the service. Department of Education 2023. Equity and inclusion support the participation of all children and families, ensuring meaningful engagement and access to learning opportunities. Collaborative leaderships encourages shared responsibility where educators and families jointly contribute to planning, decision making, and evaluating outcomes. These principles ensure that partnerships are authentic, meaningful, and centered on children's holistic development. The EYLF version 2.0 also outlines specific practices that strengthen collaboration with families and communities. Holistic approaches recognize that children's learning is shaped by their broader contexts, including home and community influences. Responsiveness to children and families ensure that unique knowledge parents and carers provide informs planning and curriculum delivery. Cultural competence requires educators to understand, respect, and integrate the cultural values and practice of families into the service environment. Fleet Patterson and Robertson, 2022. Intentional teaching involves designing learning experiences that encourage family involvement and participation. Learning through play provides opportunities to incorporate home languages, stories, and cultural practices, reinforcing children's sense of identity and belonging. Continuity of learning and smooth transitions between home, early childhood services, and school settings support consistent learning experiences and foster children's well being. Dockett and Perry 2014. By embedding these practices into everyday pedagogy, educators create meaningful opportunities for family engagement and collaborative learning. Quality Area 6 of National Quality Standard emphasizes the importance of collaborative partnerships with families and communities. Standard 6.1 focuses on establishing and maintaining respectful relationships with families, while Standard 6.2 highlights that partnerships enhance children's inclusion, learning, and well being. ECEC 2023. Educators are expected to actively engage families in curriculum planning, decision making, and service evaluation, as well as provide regular and meaningful communication. Collaborating with families ensures that children's learning experiences are culturally relevant, inclusive, and consistent across settings. Partnerships also allow educators to identify and address barriers to learning, respond to children's unique needs, and involve families as co educators in shaping educational outcomes. Building these relationships require ongoing efforts, reflection, and mutual respect to ensure they remain effective and responsive to evolving needs of children and families. Inclusion and diversity are essential elements of strong collaborative partnerships. Effective collaboration requires recognizing and valuing the cultural, linguistic, and social backgrounds of all families. Inclusion is not only about access, it is about creating meaningful and participating opportunities for every child and family. Educators can promote inclusion by providing translated materials, interpreter services, and culturally representative learning resources. Celebrating cultural events and traditions within the service validates children's identities and strengthens their sense of belonging. Involving families in planning learning experiences ensures that diverse perspectives are reflected in curriculum and that all children feel connected to their culture and community. Inclusion also supports children with additional needs for disabilities, as collaborative partnerships with families and specialists provide tailored strategies to ensure equitable participation and learning outcomes. Turnbull et al. 2015. Communities partnerships it provide children with enriched learning opportunities beyond the service. Collaborating with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders elders, for example, allow children to connect with cultural knowledge and local heritage. Local libraries and literacy programs enhance early literacy skills and foster family engagement. Community garden initiatives promote sustainability, practical skills, and intergenerational learning. Partnerships with allied health professionals such as speech therapists and occupational therapists provide targeted support for children's developmental needs. Collaboration with local council and community organizations allow families access to workshops, events, and resources that support children's holistic development. Epstein 2018 by connecting children, family, and the wider community. These partnerships strengthen learning, inclusion, and well-being. Strategies for building partnerships. Educators can implement several strategies to develop and maintain strong partnerships. Open two-way communication is vital, using a variety of methods such as face-to-face discussion, digital platforms, and newsletters and meetings. Families should be actively involved in decision making, contributing to curriculum planning, goal setting, and service policies. Demonstrating cultural responsiveness ensures that educators value and integrate the culture, practices, and perspectives of families into daily routines. Sheridan et al. 2019. Professional reflection allows educators to evaluate their practices, identify areas for improvement, and ensure partnerships are effective and equitable. Mapping communities resources help a service identify potential partners and organizations that can provide additional learning and support opportunities. These strategies create authentic reciprocal relationships that strengthen trust and shared responsibility for children's development. Research and theoretical foundation. Collaborative partnerships are supported by multiple educational research theories and research. Bronfenbrenner ecological system theory demonstrates that children's learning is influenced by interconnected systems, highlighting the importance of engagement between home, service, and community. Bronfenbrenner 1979. Epstein's framework for school, family, and community partnerships outlines six types of involvement: parenting, communication, in volunteering, learning at home, decision making, and community collaboration. Epstein 2018. Vygotsky's sociocultural theory emphasizes that learning is socially constructed and occurs through guided participation with knowledgeable others, including family members. Vygotsky, 1978. Rogoff's participatory learning theory further demonstrates that children learn through meaningful engagement in culturally relevant activities with adults and peers. Rogoff, 2003. Contemporary research supports that strong family and community partnerships improve transitions and learning continuity and inclusive practices within early childhood services. Dockett and Perry 2014, Sheridan et al. 2019, Goodall and Montgomery 2014, Turnbull et al. 2015. Graduate teacher standards. Collaborative partnerships align with several graduate teacher standards. Standard 2.3.1 focuses on understanding and respecting Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander properties, which can be supported through partnerships with Indigenous elders and community members. Standard 3.6.1 emphasizes engaging parents and carers in educative process, fostering shared decision making and trust. Standard 5.1 to 5.4 relate to assessment, feedback, reflection, and professional learning, all of which benefit from inclusion of family perspectives. By implementing these standards through strong partnerships, educators can ensure that teaching strategies are informed, culturally responsive, and tailored to children's individual needs and contexts. Fleet Patterson and Robertson 2022. Partnerships in action, case examples. Practical examples illustrate the benefit of collaborative partnerships. The World of Stories Week engaged families from diverse backgrounds to share songs, stories, and recipes which were integrated into curriculum planning, fostering culture, pride, and curiosity. A community garden project partnered with local retirement village, promoting intergenerational learning, empathy, and sustainability education. Collaboration with allied health professionals allowed educators and families to support children's language and motor skills development through joint strategies and workshops. These examples demonstrate how partnerships strengthen learning outcomes, support inclusion, and create meaningful connections between families and these services. Sheridan et al. 2019, Turnbull et al. 2015. Challenges and reflective practices. While partnerships are beneficial, educators may encounter challenges such as language barriers, time constraints, differing expectations between families and services. Strategies to overcome these challenges include using visual communication tools, scheduling flexible meetings, engaging interpreters, and adopting a respectful, non judgmental approach. Reflective practices is essential to evaluate and improve partnership strategies continually. Educators should ask whose voices are missing or how can we increase inclusion and equity. Reflection ensures that engagement strategies remain responsive, culturally sensitive, and effective for all families. Goodall and Montgomery 2014, Sheridan et al. 2019. Outcomes for children. Strong collaborative partnerships result in positive outcomes for children. They foster a sense of identity and belonging by acknowledging and valuing the child's cultural and family background. Learning continuity between home and services strengthen cognitive, social, and emotional development. Inclusive of all of family practice promotes confidence, resilience, and self-esteem. Collaborative partnerships also ensure smoother transitions to school and other learning environments, supporting emotional well-being. These outcomes align with EYLF learning outcomes, particularly outcome 1. Children have strong sense of identity. Outcome 2. Children are connected with and contribute to their world. Outcome 3. Children have strong sense of well-being. Outcome 4. Children are confident and involved learner. Department of Education 2023. Summary and call to action. In conclusion, collaborative partnerships with families and communities are fundamental to quality early childhood education and care. Partnerships promote well being, learning, inclusion, and well being. Families must be viewed as co-educators, and services should actively engage the wider community to enrich children's experiences. Strong partnerships require trust, reflection, and responsiveness and cultural competence. By fostering these connections, educators, families, and communities create a supportive environment where children can thrive, grow, and develop to their full potential. Effective partnerships also empower families by recognizing their expertise and lived experiences, making them active participants in shaping the curriculum and service practices. When families and educators work together, children benefit from consistency, a sense of security, and reinforcement of learning both at home and in the service. Community collaborations expand children's opportunities for real world learning, social engagement, and cultural understanding. Ultimately, building strong collaborative partnerships is not only a professional responsibility, but a shared commitment to creating environments where every child feels valued, supported, and inspired to learn. Epstein 2018, Turnbull 2015. These references underpin our professional practice and link directly to frameworks that guide quality early education in Australia. Thank you. My name is Nirupma.